Your life on YouTube and Facebook. Fix the page well. Open the old issue, the old questions. As if you have the questions.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay. So open it up. Open the old questions. The old questions. I'm asking my
Yeah, yeah, finished. Yeah, finished reading this.
which one was it using first? The array. Okay. It's your life. You can go ahead. Okay. So talk about this is Fisher's question.
He has read this.
She said she posted a message at the bottom.
We have passed the.
Okay. No problem.
also prevent you from having a child or having children. So that's the only joke that I know that is and shortens your life because you are using too much of your spiritual energy. That's why it becomes you become weak on the spiritual sphere as well. So at the end of the day, you cannot, your body cannot sustain the energies continuously. This was why people say that you should. But that is particularly connected to the vanishing window, good joke in that is what I know. Then you have for vanishing from one place to another is becoming less power, which yes, that's what I was just talking about. It's becoming with less power each day. I learned some joke about transporting people into high engine and people riders, but I did it on highways. Is it that the spirit into that is not addressed with the body development? I don't know. I don't know because the vanishing joker, I don't have. So if I talk about it, it's from what I heard from my own life. I don't have any vanishing joker as such. You are the one. The question answer, we have to know everybody. It's not that I don't know, but I don't think that it's not a race with time because if you know what you are doing, you should be able to do it successfully. So I don't know what people are falling inside the difference of high achievement or high race. I'm not sure. I don't know. And then we have a Luna Afro from where Friday. So if I want to know something about my daughter who is 14, I will do the reading. Yes, it's you who will do the reading. It is not your daughter. Your daughter can do a reading if she wants to know something about herself. But if you want to know about her, then it is you who is going to do the reading. But it's you who wanted to know. So you are the one who will do the reading, not your daughter. But it's not your daughter who wanted to know. It's you who wanted to know. So look at it from that angle. You do a reading about your daughter, it's because you want to know. It's not your daughter who wanted to know. Is that the last question?
Yes.
Reduce it. YouTube, any question. Click on live chat.
I think I'm not having questions. People are not on the platform. I'm not getting questions. So I think we'll just be playing videos for you people. And when your questions come, then I will answer them. Because I'm sitting down, no questions are coming, and nobody is saying anything. And I don't know what to do. So please, we'll just be playing some videos. And when people send you your questions, I'll come back and answer them.
I'm here if you want the question.
you are looking showing off.
Yeah, there's a video. The volume must be high. Try playing internet.
And it's Ali. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, thank you for the service for my machine.
I'll recommend another place for the
We are in the middle of our program. Gallery will not work. When you put it, seminar, when we put it on, it took a long time.
instead of me arresting the person, I decided to shoot the person down. And I shot the person, and then I buried the person. Covered it. I was the only one who knows. So people start going out looking for their relative. They start going out looking for their relative, and they are not finding it. Then they go to a throne, let's say a throne like Toby Ajima or Toby Ajim, or they go to a throne like Toby Amaye and reported that they have their loss. Somebody lost in their family and looking for the person, but they cannot find that person. I want everybody to listen very carefully before this question comes up next time. So they told the Etron to look for their person for them. Now, the throne house or the deity's house, a throne, yes, let me use the word throne so that people can know the difference, you can understand what throne koshi is, a throne koshi, that kind of name that people put out there. So they tell the throne to look for a person who got missing. Fine. So a throne family people will go and find out why people are dying in my family. Most of the time, a troll is not going to kill me first because I'm the culprit. I'm the one who did something wrong. And instead of me coming out to say it that I am the one, I kept quiet because nobody saw me. So what a troll would do, will start to eliminate people in the family until one day people will go and find out what is causing this continuous death in our or regular death in our family. Even people young are dying, old are dying, everybody is dying. Then the diviner, if it's a good diviner, will say, hey, there is a problem with your family. One of your people in your family killed somebody, and they have taken this money person or this matter, this particular matter, to a particular throne like Ajemu or Ajima or Tobe Damalie. These thrones like Tobe Ajemu, Tobe Damalie, Tobe Ajima, and other thrones, other big thrones are also called a throne V. Means those throne, they only take another human being to come into the shrine to restore sanity and to keep peace in the other family that people are dying. That's why we call it a throne V. So now the families have come to realize that, oh, one of our family members have committed a crime. Evis call it to kill a person in every land is the biggest taboo. Whether you use juju or you use your physical mind to kill a person, in our tradition of every tradition, is the greatest taboo that you ever commit. That is why when people start to say that they are doing blood sacrifice, whose blood? Today is Jesus Christ wake up. And on Friday, and Christians celebrating blood sacrifice. We're celebrating blood every day. The blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus. Did they say the water of Jesus, or did they say the sweat of Jesus? Are they not talking about blood? So what is wrong if voodoo also uses animal blood to do its work? All is blood. So when this thing continue in the family, I continue the story that people are dying, and now people have realized through divination that some member of the family has committed a crime. Then now they now want that person to come forward and say what had happened. If the person happened to be alive, he will be brought to the shrine where that Etro who has found out that there was or where the people had taken the message. So when they go there, they are going to tell them to pay certain amount of money or certain things so that they can lift the curse from the family. I have one Etron in my house, or two of Etron in my house, who also are Etron Hofi. If people come and summon you to those Etron and they start killing people, when you come and we give you a bill to pay before we lift the curse off you, okay, thank you very much for having the patience. We've been struggling with our microphone and the whole network. We've been struggling with them and we don't know what's going on. But we are very sorry that we kept you waiting, and those of you who are still here, I'm very sorry. Thank you for your patience. So we can go on with your questions. So we go on to Sikiru again. He said, Togbi, thanks for the feedback. I think it's because the sound is very faint. That's why people aren't asking questions. Are you people hearing? I think it's because the sound is faint, very faint. That's why people aren't asking questions. We can barely hear you. Then we have Da Vinci, Leonardo. Sound is poor. Then Aluna, Afro Frank, yes, no sound. Where the revolution was saying apologies regarding this. We are working on solving this issue. Okay, that's already passed. We go to Sikiru again. Sound is okay now from the video. Can we see if Togbi's voice will be okay? And then they say it's better now. Then we have I think that's the last one. Then we have Big Sister Ifadara said now it's good. See how people are waiting for us. And Angie Fisher also, Angie G Fisher, so the sound is now good now. And then for Martin Cobra, picture is poor. No, which one is the picture that is poor? The network. Is the network making the picture poor?
Yes, you know, the quality of the broadband service we are getting, we get too much guarantee to be high definition.
Now we have a sound problem. Now when we are finished dealing with the sound, now is the picture. We are no more in political season, so what is making the network to be poor? Please send in your questions. Please send in your questions so that we can get some reasonable answers to you before the section ends. Because I'm not happy myself. I'm not happy with this because everything is not just working the way we wanted it to work. So please send in your questions. At least if you cannot see me well, at least you can hear me. That's fine. I mean, a little bit machine and a double heavy. I don't know who got to have an no, here is hot, so you can just
spots where people come to solve their problems. If people are dying, their sickness, this is where they come and solve that problem. So part of it can also remain here. And so if they don't initiate you and you just come, some of that negativity can come on you. And that's why I do this about ritual, so that when you come here, you get protected from negativity. And that's why it's not good for people who are not initiated here. You just can't sit looking like that.
Thank you.
It's not even though sometimes we are playing, we use high and this one things but they are the main one of us, like it's good. It is good. Every appreciate you maybe is this one. We have a way black book. But they say for do that I have which is called a black book, and this is the leg bag that comes along with that way black book. So it's a black book, but it's a leg bag for a black book. It drinks because a black book is drinks. And me too, I drink. I was really un job. Okay. Am I live?
Yes.
Is the microphone on?
Yes.
Huh? Said, is the microphone on?
Yes, please. Everything is
Okay, so I have to answer Sekiru's question. Sekiru was asking a question about Joka. Is interested in world of voodoo. Some of us who do not have the capacity to set up shrine find it fascinating. Told me in my interaction with some folk, I was told certain Joka practices had the tendency to shorten one's life. And how then does the initiate know what is good or bad? Yes, as I said earlier, Sekiru, the point is that your teacher, whoever is teaching you, should be able to tell you what kind of Joka or what kind of voodoo or what kind of bobo is introducing to you. And it is also the responsibility of you, the student who wants to learn, to know that, okay, these are the type of Joka, or these are the type of voodoo, or these are the types of bobo that I wanted to deal with. Then your teacher, if your teacher has knowledge about this, then he will tell you what is the consequences and what to do and what not to do. In reality, the Joka for vanishing is the only one that I have heard that when you are having it, you have a shorter life. One also is because your vibration, you are using this to transport your physical body from one place to another, and it will metamorphose into space and then reconstruct and then come back. It's a whole lot of spiritual energy. So the continuous usage of such thing will definitely shorten your life because you are using the energy to I will not say too much, but you are using it for something that is not normal. You know, this is super normal in the sense that you can be here and then you disappear, and then before you know you appear somewhere. So what happens? Because your molecules, your matter, and everything has been dispersed into space and then reconstruct. So definitely it is a lot of energy. Maybe that's why it is advisable that people don't use them when they are this is what you call it. People's lives are shortened. Because what I know about this kind of Joka and other things is that it is used usually in a very rare situation like war or Jochuame. The Avis call it a Jochuame, where you are being ambushed, where you have no other way to help yourself. Then that is when you disappear. When you have been ambushed by people, then you just disappear. So, of course, if you want to get it, then you must be prepared that you may be very powerful and show a lot of power to people as demonstration that, yes, my old man told me that it shortens people's life. And also that when you have such Joka, if you have not given birth to a child or children, normally our fathers will not teach you that, because they say if you start with such kind of Joka without having children earlier, you end up not having any child at all. So it is advisable that people who may go into that kind of Joka must first start having children at so late, because it consumes a lot of energy. Thank you, Skip. Yeah, please move if there's any more question, or that's all that the question is. I think that's the last question. Go to the. We don't have anything at YouTube, right? Okay. So we see how we mess up with the whole thing and everything. Everybody's gone. So those of you who are still here and want to ask questions, please send in your questions so that I can answer them for you, please. Don't just watch us, but please send in the questions so that other people can also benefit from that. Your question you will ask, please. So if there's no question, can you please play some video? And look for any older videos that had passed long time, not the things that we are seeing every day. Please. Okay, we have a question from Martin Kobler, who is saying, my dear brother, if this is the case, as we know it, that our ancestors reincarnate, how do we know that the ancestors we call upon during feeding or prayers are actually still in the ancestral world? That's a very interesting question. But you don't have only one ancestor in the ancestral world. You have so many ancestors, and it's not every ancestor who has reincarnated. So there is no worry to say that when you call your ancestors. What matters is that if you call upon your ancestors in the ancestral world and you do the rituals and it comes for you, when things come to pass, then you know they have heard you. So ancestors reincarnate. There is not just anybody everybody's reincarnation time is different. It's not like we are going to kindergarten school and then we all pass and get into primary one. Each and everybody has their step. Some may reincarnate now, some may not reincarnate. Some can be there for 100, some can be even for 1,000 years before reincarnating. So you cannot be sure who has reincarnated and who hasn't reincarnated. That's why we still pray to the ancestral world. And when you pray and the answers are given, or you get answers to your prayers, then of course somebody is listening to you. That's why we always say that the ancestors that we are feeling, you only know one or two. That's fine. It will go all the way back to the known and the unknown that you have, but at least have one or two people's name that you know, and then they take it on that chain, because nobody knows where their ancestral roots started from. We don't know where our generation started from. It could be 1,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. As long as human being was on this earth, our ancestors or people who we call ancestors have been around. And people die and come and die and come and die and go. That's how it is. So when you pray to the ancestor, you don't know your end of the road. So once you know one or two, known or unknown, when we pray to the ones you know, they carry it all down to the last. So when you pray to your ancestors and you get answers, then it means you still have ancestors in the ancestral world. Thank you very much, Afomati Kobla. And then I think that is Afomati Kobla system. And then Saki Sekiru Legion again, maybe my grandfather had been reborn already somewhere. It is possible. It is possible, because we all believe we have gone and come back. So why not? It's possible your grandfather was already born somewhere, depending on whatever he did in this life. That's what will depend on how quick or how late he'll be born. As it is in agriculture, we also believe in action and reaction, or karma. If you do good things, you have the possibility of enjoying good things in this physical world as well in your spiritual world. If you do bad things, that is how it is. So how quick somebody will be born or may not be born depends on how you struggle on this physical phase this time to better yourself on the spiritual plane. And that is what will determine whether you come back quick or you can come back. Thank you. And also, I want to follow this question. I want to follow up on what I was telling Sikiru and Afomati Kobla, in the sense that we, in our belief, ancestral belief or knowledge, it is not like everybody that will be reborn at the same time. You will come according to your own karma. Yeah, you will not everybody will just be born at the same time. Nobody knows how you live your life when you were here. But if you want to better yourself, as I said earlier, you want to better yourself in the spiritual plane, then you must start functioning here on the physical plane first. And when you go back to a sepe, as it is called in heaven, it's not called heaven, it's called a sepe, where your essence comes from. Then your essence would have been, you would have fulfilled the duty and the responsibility that your essence gave you before coming here. Essence Bechichi, you would have by that time finished with the essence Bechichi. So when you go back, it is up to you to decide to determine whether to come back or not to come back. Because if you know, there are certain people are called saints, as in the Catholic and the Christian saints. Who are saints? Saints are just human beings who have lived here with us at one time in their lives, and they try with their best in spirituality to develop themselves. When they die, they become gods or become spirits that will intervene on humanity or those physical people. So our ancestors may not be Christians, may not be Catholics or whatever, but that doesn't mean that those of them who did good things are also not intervening and interceding on our behalf. After all, our grandfather was not from Italy, so why should we believe that a man who came from Italy will interact and react on we who are Africans? He will react and interact on the behalf of his own people. So our ancestors also definitely will interact or intercede on our behalf. Yeah, go back if there's any more question there. That's the last question? Okay. So what we have now. Okay, I want to use this last opportunity we have, because I will be closing the section. We are not getting questions, and the room is very hot because the air conditioner is not working, and the system is not working well, the network is not working well. So since there are no questions coming, I want to use this very last opportunity to advise people that recently there was a case about a week ago or maximum 2 weeks ago about two young people killing another young person, a 16 and an 18-year-old boy, both planning to kill their friend, a 10-11-year-old boy. I had always said before that there is nothing like get rich quick solution in spirituality, and there is no quick money. There is nothing called ritual money, and there is instant money, as the fraudsters are always. A real spiritualist would never ask you to go and bring any human being to make money, because there is no way they can even make money. If people can make money, you can only make money. Spirits can help you make money, but not by you sitting down in your room without working and you just get rich. Spirit can support your work that you are doing by attracting people towards the business or whatever career you are into, by attracting opportunities for you. And it is true that you can grow if you are thinking about material wealth. But when people just sit down and think that you just sleep without doing anything and become rich, like these kids were doing, because I was reading yesterday, there was a television station, GH1 TV came here to interview me on, they came in with the idea to come and interview me, see my point on this, and I told them I had already spoken this on their very channel 3 years back, by telling them that quick rich or get rich quick thing does not exist. No spiritualist can make money for you, and if people promise to make money for you, it's a lie, it's a scam. And a lot of people, because of the part of the world we are, because of poverty, and also because of greed, a lot of people run into these scammers to deceive them, and then these scammers are calling themselves spiritualists. They are not spiritualists, they are thieves. And because if they could make money for you, why couldn't they make money for themselves? They could make you rich, and they themselves, they are not rich. And they are still trying to get the little that you have from you by telling you, if you bring that money to them, they will double it for you. It's all lie. So people should stop thinking that voodoo is a way that you can easily get rich. Because when people call me here, sometimes they call me on the phone and say, oh, I need your help. Then I ask, what kind of help do you need from me? I want you to help me become rich. It can help you become rich how? Am I a bank? Or am I a financial institution whereby if you need money, go to the bank and take a loan? But people will keep calling and every time, oh, I want you to help me. And what is the kind of help do you want? Oh, please, I need money. I need money as if I am a bank, as if I were a bank. So people like that are the ones who will go and kill another person because someone deceived them that by killing a human being, you will become rich. The boy, according to what the newspapers are writing, was telling people that by Easter Monday, he is going to get rich. Not knowing he planned in his mind, somebody deceived him that if he could kill his friend, they will get rich. You know what usually happens is that when you go to these money doublers, or people who call themselves money doublers, instant money, some were even stealing my photographs and printing posters in town. I don't know why they cannot put their own face on the poster. Some come onto my Facebook page, steal my photographs, and then start to use it to deceive people or take advantage of people. If they are really good spiritualists as they claim, why don't they want to show their own faces so that people can know that, oh, this is a powerful man? Why take the face of a different person, a person like me, that you will be showing to people that you are me? But you are not me. If you can do what you say you could do, I mean, you should have shown your face so that everybody know that you are the one doing it, and then your name will also get up into spirituality and into the history of our country, that, as far as spiritual knowledge is. But because this has scammers, they will rather use somebody's picture, and then they will now pretend to be you and make people to think that it is you. And unfortunately, our police force here, I'm very sorry to say, they are doing their best to curb all this thing, but their best is not good enough, because they know the places where these people are. Because the people are on television day in, day out, advertising themselves that they can make money for people. Once they are able to, the police are able to connect with the television or get in contact with the television station, they should be able to know where these people are and bring them in front to prove what they say they could do in front of everybody, and call people who can scrutinize and make sure what they say they could do, they are telling the truth. Because I know there is a law in Ghana that when you are advertising something and you are advertising a service and it is not real, if it gets to the media commission, you are supposed to be arrested for advertising a fake product. So our politicians, our police, and all the people who are in charge of this thing could go and get these people and lock them up, instead of them deceiving children or deceiving the public just to scam them and take money from them. They should go and just arrest them and lock them up. Because like those who have put my photograph on their posters and pasted it all over town, they have their telephone number on the post. So my picture may be there, but when they call the telephone number, they will trace that telephone number and be able to get a place. But when you tell the police, they just play a dilly-dallying game about it for a long time, and then that is it, it is dead. And there are very popular ones who are day in, day out in Ghana, who are telling people that they can make money from them. Police know where their shrines are. They could go and set them up and let them produce or do money. Then if they are not able to do any, you realize they are scammers, they should arrest them. What these scammers usually do is that they keep deceiving you and collecting your money. You bring this much today, then you bring that much tomorrow, then you bring that much tomorrow. It got to a point that you are beginning to run out of money. You are taking loans, you sold your properties, and you even stole people's money, thinking that you could become rich overnight and then solve or settle all these problems. When they realize that they have done this to you and there's no way they can actually satisfy what they promised you, or they cannot deliver what they promised to you, what they're going to do is that they're going to tell you to go and look for a human being. And what is the purpose? They want you to get caught. So when you get caught, you'll be locked up and you'll be in prison. And they are free from you. The money they've taken from you, the time that you were waiting that they were going to deliver. Once you are locked up or you are picked up by police and you are locked up, there's no way you can worry him. Then they continue with other people. So the government of our country, Ghana, the police service, and all the necessary media houses should be able to point out to these places so that they should be arrested. And when they are arrested, they should be screened to make sure when they say they have power, do they really have power? Do they do what they call traditional spirituality? Or this is a scam? If it's a scam, they should lock them up. Because see that innocent boy who was just killed, somebody's a child, and another person thinking that they are going to be rich, they just kill and destroy this person, this young boy's life for that. Meanwhile, there is no richness going to come out of it. It is a waste. And the spiritualist that has directed these children to do that must be arrested. So I am saying it again, and I'm telling you, my fans and our fans, Revolution fans, African Magic Temple fans, and Vonkudevi fans, to say that there is no get rich quick solution in spirituality. To be rich, either you are a thief or you are a deceiver. You work, or you are a real person, a real spiritualist who, when you work for people, people pay you. Yes, for your work. But if people are paying you, if you are not real and you work for people and people are not seeing any benefit from the work you are doing for them, they will not pay you tomorrow, and they will let people know that you are not really good as you people say you are, and people will not come to you. But to sit down and expect that money will just fall from some snake's mouth or from some voodoo's mouth, or you wake up in the morning and there's plenty money in your room without working, does not exist. So people should stop chasing illusions. People should stop chasing these dreams that do not exist. I will end my today's section on that. I feel very sorry and very sad for the loss of this child that the parents will always be grieving for. Meanwhile, someone somewhere took money and enjoyed and then made people to kill this little boy. It is a lie. It can never happen. Spirits don't bring money to you. It is through your hard work, your intelligence, your knowledge that will bring money for you. Thank you very much, everybody, for today. Because the section so far, we are not getting a question, and there's a whole lot of things. Okay, the air conditioner has been fixed now, and I don't know how long it will be before it will break down again. But I'm going to close this section because this section today, honestly, I'm not very happy with it. Because the things didn't go the way we planned. I thought personally that we had actually prepared properly for today. But it happened that so many things were not in place, and of course the network was disturbing us, electricity was disturbing us, power was off, we put on the generator, the air conditioner refused to work, and then the network is not working very well. So please, sorry for today, but I hope you have enjoyed a few questions that I have answered, and hopefully God willing and the ancestors gracing it, we'll meet again next week. So prepare your questions, and then please, when we are in the section, send in your questions. You can even send in your questions ahead of time before the section starts so that we can all deal with it. I can deal with it with you, and you can get a more insight into what Voodoo is, especially able. Thank you all for joining us this afternoon. Hope to see you again, and may your week be a very successful and fruitful week. Oh, I go, talk with my mom, I heard my Voodoo, and I do go. Facebook. Men are elected to for Harana, you are a kind of your kind, which you can, or your kind, Jehovah kind, Silver kind, Provoca kind, you are kind, your kind, and you are kind, but remember that the work of my little feet of a single body. I am in the house of Bible, work a cock on yourself. A Yatapania, Togo, my mouth, activity, Melayo, Hanimian. Man, I could have been never. I may open the Facebook, me up on a system. No pong go bay, maybe surround you, no person, no, the American is from over village, you know, Povinoji. Go. Maybe the human, the pot, no. American go bay, human go bay, bongo way, never know. Maybe I'm a send human and assistant body, and I'm a send Vanna, Donaje Dodgy, Messiah. We put the deputy at Benin, but I'm a second for me, that do Australian. Talk with my mom, talk with your brother. I can't the Malay, Glimdo. You have a team of young. We are fine about we are Bochi, but put the way I hope about my young everything at the same time. Concerning the Dynamic of the young everything that way. Yo, big sister Ifadara, I say grand blessing, Papa, and many thanks to you, and thank you also, big sister Ifadara. We are very grateful to you for the continued support, for everything. And all of you who have been part of today's program, I'm thanking you. Thank you very much. And please, this coming week, invite people to join us so that we can all juggle out what Afa, what Voodoo, what Voodoo is all about. Thank you very much, and goodbye to all of you. Bye-bye for today.